room is flooded whole. Well, thanks to you, my favorite meal now tastes horrible. Don't feel like eating when you make me feel this sick. Even those star-shaped carrots seem so childish to me now. Dig a grave for that boy, bury him for good. Tears are falling endlessly. They drip, 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 scatter all around. Even when the morning comes, they'll flow, 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 until my room is flooded whole. Tears are falling endlessly. They drip, 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 flooding the whole town. See how fast it disappears. It sings, 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 until it swallows me. Tears are falling endlessly. They drip, 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 scatter all around.
I'm not gonna lie.
I do that on purpose because my friends do that to me.
Let's now.
That was 7 seconds, you fucking liar.
I said it was like 5. You know. I made some speed. It doesn't matter. Potato, give or take. Okay. So, party people, you all wake up on this glorious, fabulous morning. Very
Wake up means long
foggy.
rest?
Yes.
Oh, thank God.
Yes, very, very foggy day. And exactly, roughly, give or take, half a day since the loss of a party member. Sebastian, what have you been doing
Mostly
throughout
just
the night?
sitting by the fire and reading a book he has me destroyed by the water while on the boat. But also just
Sleep?
he did. He must have been knocked out for like what a few days. He doesn't really feel tired, but also just keeping an eye on Akito.
Eric's gonna be doing that too. He's literally there, just staring at Akito the whole time.
And when he just like feel
Akito
tired, he would
Has been wood carving. Throughout the entire night, Sebastian, you have basically watched him take a small, like, very thin, almost log-ish looking thing, and he has been sculpting what appears to be some sort of horned creature. Upon closer inspection, it is you.
And got the boys after him in both campaigns.
damn it, Ren.
Now, chick about wow.
I
How
lost
do
train
you
of
react
thought
to
now.
that?
Why are you making any little wood carving of me?
Well, if you're gonna sit here all night and stare at me, might as well make something of it.
Okay. And Sebastian just goes back to reading his book.
As you do that, you see kind of a grin appear on his face as he takes the knife and places it to like the neck of the wood carving and just snaps it, throwing the head off in your direction. And then nonchalantly also tossing it into the fire.
Okay. A reason why you destroyed it, or?
I grew bored. How long you been traveling with this group?
How long would it have been? Like a few weeks?
A half a month now, to a month, somewhere around there.
A half a month. Why? Do you ask? To a month.
That's just intriguing, is all.
How so? How exactly is it intriguing?
Just your group of friends, your companions, all together.
Mhm.
I'd almost call it a coincidence.
I take it the keyword there is almost.
Just-
And why do you think that exactly? Why do you think it's almost a coincidence?
Look behind you.
Mm-hmm.
See the pond?
I do.
What do you think is important about that pond?
Water?
I know you're a man of the cloth, but try to use your brain.
What's with fucking theatrics? What exactly are you trying to get at here, exactly?
I'm getting at is when 2 plus 2 equals 5, there's something that's clearly wrong. So you have to go back, check your math. The pond is important. But what if there was no pond in this specific spot? A lot of things might die. A lot of things that rely on the pond. And so, what if multiple ponds appeared here? How much more vast would that ecosystem be? Much more grander would it be? And what a coincidence it would be to find so many ponds in the same place. Unless they didn't just happen to find themselves there, they were placed there. Maybe instead of reading whatever it is you're reading, you should try to think about things from a more intellectual perspective. Unless you think God's gonna solve that for you too.
Sebastian is just thinking on what he said. Mostly just book mostly just forgotten in his hands what he said. I see he's just lost in
But
thought.
enough about that. We should get going. Hey, you bonehead, go wake up your, I don't know, friend, your master? I don't know, the guy. Go wake him up, the nerd.
You see Eric do what would be if he had eyes, an eye roll, as he then walks in the tent and essentially nudges Nicholas awake. Oh, what's up, Eric? Fine.
There you are, Nick. Nick, old boy.
Morning,
Yeah.
Nicholas. Why don't you sleep?
Come on, you guys.
Oh,
We're not gonna wake the others.
I just come over here. I want to show you something. Get real close.
Okay.
Sebastian, I need you to make me a deck save.
You motherfucker. You motherfucker. I got an 8.
Nicholas, you watch as Akito's kind of just standing by the edge of the pond with his hands on his head, And as Sebastian walks over, you see in almost a flash, he trips him and then like puts out his leg, and then in that very instant also uses his hand to push him even further into the water, throwing him in. Akito looks over to you, Nick, and then he goes, "You gonna get in, or should I push you too?"
What's the point of this?
Well, I don't know if you realize, but
What
you
the
smell.
fuck?
Nicholas just raises an eye to him, then prestidigitates himself.
No, that's not what I'm talking about. You see him point over to the ward that's sleeping. Good boy. Those things got a specific type of nose. Magic isn't going to help. In fact, it only makes it worse. You have to make yourself smell like nature.
Oh,
Harder to track that way.
Wouldn't mud be better? But alright.
That's what you would think. But I take it that you aren't the type to get all dirty.
I've gotten plenty of dirty in my life. As Nicholas is going to essentially just dunk himself in the water.
Surprising. This guy over here smelled like paper and holy water. And like someone who hasn't bathed in half a month.
it's not fun being pushed into the fucking water.
Well, I could have asked you to do it, but then you would have asked why and all this, and you would have just complained. So I did it for you. What? Look me dead in my eyes and tell me you weren't going to ask me why if I asked you to get into the pond.
Fair.
That's
Fucking
what I
fair.
thought. But, while you're all awake, it's best we talk about this ourselves.
And what, pray tell, is that?
We're getting close to Crown March. Veering right off the edge, actually.
Alright.
Do you know what to expect?
We gotta worry about the raiders from the north, the Goliaths.
That won't be your
Yeah.
biggest concern.
We gotta
At
face
least
racists.
For you,
Well, that's
Nick.
sure.
You'll be okay. Sebastian here. He'll be lucky to make it through the night.
The locals and their bigotry.
Indeed. The problem is, if you want to get to Westwind without going straight through barbarian territory, we have to go through a toll castle. They might not take too kindly to us traveling with Squidface, the kobold, the little blue girl, and the elf. Not to mention Good Boy over here.
True. Then what would you suggest we do instead?
Well, I take it Shimmer in there, Glimmer, whatever, I'm already on separate nicknames for all of you, isn't exactly fond on violence.
She prefers to avoid it from what I've noticed.
Precisely, which is why I'm offering something.
Okay.
I would just need one of you to come with me, mostly as a observer. I could kill everyone in the castle.
So you essentially want to wipe them out and pretend like it wasn't us, but instead the Goliaths who did it, so Alariel doesn't complain?
See, now you're thinking.
If all you need is someone as an observer, I could send Jack or Eric with you.
You could. But one of you needs to actually see what is being done.
To witness the slaughter.
No. I take it most of you are rather gutless in that department, no offense. I don't think you've seen what a man could do to another man when things get very desperate. You've seen combat, you've seen killing, yes. But have you seen a man choke on his own blood, pleading, telling you about his children, No, I don't think you have. And if you're going to make it, one of you is going to need to get very acquainted with that prospect.
I'll go with. Wouldn't be my first time seeing people die in horrific ways.
You really gonna agree to killing everyone in the castle, the servants, including those who fucking...
He does make one valid point, though, Sebastian. What other options do we have? Is it worth risking yourself and at least half, if not most of the people here? The only ones that are safe by default is Alariel and me, and to an lesser extent Arya, but that's only because, well, of who she is, not what she is.
You think the moment you stroll up to that toll gate, they won't kill you, the girl, the kobold, and the squid face, hang you from the walls as an example? You're deluded. As deluded as she is, but deluded.
I don't like the darker side of the world sometimes, but sometimes we have to embrace it whether we like it or not.
Sometimes the darker side of the world's all we have.
Well, unless Sebastian's gonna volunteer, I'll go with you.
Sebastian is just lost in thought there, hands clenching and unclenching, like... He's conflicted, definitely very conflicted.
Well,
Doesn't
not
really-
something your god would approve of, right?
Don't like the idea of killing people who don't need to die.
Well, if you can present another solution.
The only other one I can see is if we go into Goliath territory. We've
Where?
already lost one of our own to them.
Precisely. I don't think we need to remind you about that, do we?
No.
You're going to lose more people to the barbarians than if you just kill a few people here now.
But really no other way.
As far as I'm concerned, no. Though I suppose if it makes you feel better, there's another thing we could do.
Is it?
We walk in, wave hello.
That's not gonna work, and you said so yourself.
And I'm assuming they also check for magic at these checkpoints too, don't they?
That they do.
So something
like-
like disguise self wouldn't work.
I like border crossings. All you would end up doing is giving them even more reason to investigate the rest of us. After all, why would good faring citizens need to hide who or what they are?
Here's a question, Taylor. Would Sebastian know any other routes around it since he's from Town
You
March?
would have. There's only one other option, but you know that one's arguably the worst, which is to go through Crown March itself.
No matter how much Sebastian hates us, he can't disagree. There really seems to be another way, and is not here.
So, Sebastian, you have a very important job, in fact.
And what's that?
You see, Glimmer and Ears in there are gonna wonder at some point in time where we went. Keep them distracted, will you?
If you need to, just tell them that we went ahead to make sure the path is clear. Make sure we have no more unexpected surprises.
I'm sure he'll figure it out. He's a smart cookie. Or would I be incorrect in that assumption?
Just go do what you're gonna do.
Alright.
Sashi doesn't even look up from the fire. He's just staring at it. Hands just
So,
clenched tight.
Nicholas. How good are you with, knives?
Not the best. I'm mostly a spell thrower.
Figured. No need to worry, though. Before the day is up, I'm sure I'd have plenty of tricks to show you.
Alright.
Well, we'll get going. Remember, Sebastian, keep it quiet. Well, grab your gear, Nick. Let me know when you're ready.
Alright. You're just gonna go tent and grab some basic supplies. Good to go.
Come
Now,
along.
I'm gonna quickly whisper into Sebastian's ear. Keep an eye on Jack. If he disappears, know something's probably gone wrong. And
Got it.
Nicholas and Eric are gonna follow behind Akito.
And you guys vanish. In the meantime,
Polite note.
Hilarial.
Your the rabbit's going to disappear.
I thought there was
Your
no
familiar
dis-
can only be a certain distance from you.
I read through it. It said the only thing for that is in terms of telepathic communication.
you use summon familiar to get him, right? To get
Yeah.
Jack. Let me read it real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at disappearance of familiar. It only says if he dies or I choose to get rid of him.
Yeah, I suppose they
Maybe
changed
they
it.
changed it.
Yeah, but you can't communicate with them past 100 feet.
No, but if I die, he would
Holy
disappear,
shit!
right?
Okay. Yeah, he used to disappear.
Yeah, so I guess actually, wait, that just gets rid of animal messengers as a decent spell. You can just use your familiar now.
Hmm.
Goated.
Actually, that's pretty nice, honestly.
That which means I can send Sir Pounce with letters and shit.
Now,
Yeah.
Alariel,
Yes.
I'm gonna make you do this. Roll me a con save, please.
I figured as much. A con save? Or just a con?
Just con. Base con.
Yeah, I thought
Con
they were
check.
just cons, because this is for waking up, yeah?
Yeah.
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 That is a 14.
You awake a little bit, and through the tent, have you been kind of paying attention at all throughout the night? If you occasionally woke up or anything, would you say?
I do think after the events of the day, I would be restless.
Okay. You notice that through the tent's kind of fucking coverings, you don't see the shadow of Akito there anymore. Only Sebastian. And Eric's gone as well.
Which causes me to shoot up because I have really weird feelings for Akito.
Easy work.
And yeah,
First, I
you-
check on Arya, if there's any change.
You see her kind of red, but nothing has happened as of yet.
Okay, that's probably not good. Is Layla awake, or is she still sleeping with the rabbit?
Layla has the rabbit, like, wrapped around her.
Okay, I'm going to leave her and I'm going to get up.
You step outside.
Yes.
Sebastian,
Mm-hmm.
you see, Ilariel has woken up.
Morning.
Morning. Oh,
Enjoy your nap.
it was alright. I've definitely slept better. Even outside.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff on my mind, you know?
That's fair. A lot of stuff happened today.
Yeah, where did, I'm just curious, where did Akito go?
He went out to scout ahead with Nicholas. He wanted to make sure what happened today doesn't happen again.
Oh,
Yeah. I decided to stay here. And
yeah, that's probably a good idea.
yeah.
Where's Sir Pounce? Is
I
he
don't
out
know.
harassing the squirrels again?
I think that's
And I
What's he
telepathically
doing?
shoot off a message going, "Where are you?"
You see Sir Pounce kind of like jumps out of the bushes. Greetings. You called?
No, I was just curious where you were. Did you get a good sleep, my boy?
Sleep was secondary to the objective of ensuring the vermin were kept out of the camp.
Oh,
Hmm.
good. I'm
how
glad you
many-
were here to protect us.
And how many of those vermin have you dealt with so far?
63.
What the? You been
Wow!
busy?
In one night?
What the fuck?
I went quite far.
Did you find anything exciting in your travels?
A few things. Not far from here, there appears to be some sort of castle. Then there was... goblins.
Oh! Maybe that's the goblins that we saved family.
It could be possible, but they were small in number, so actually it could be.
Well, I hope he found them. Should we, get ready to go, I guess?
I think it's best to wait for the others to get back so they know it's safe or not to get going.
Well, that doesn't make sense. If they're scouting ahead just to come back and then we all have to go again, the terrain could have changed by then.
Fair. But, still.
The
Curious
whole
question,
point
do you
of
what time
scouts
it's
is
right?
that everyone's moving.
What time
It's still pretty dark, but it's early in the morning.
I say let's just let everyone rest.
After
more
the
too.
events of the previous day, all of you went to bed quite quickly.
And plus, I think it's just best to let everyone else rest a bit longer. Let us
I
know if it's safe enough to go
suppose.
down that road.
Well,
Plus, I don't think Layla should be going around right now, at least. Especially this late.
why?
Well, saw how she was before she went to bed. How tired and sad she was. I think she just needs a bit more rest. Plus.
Sebastian, do you have a pack of gum that you're not sharing? What is that noise?
Sorry, I was crunching something up.
Gonna munch, share with the correct class, because now I'm fucking hungry.
I don't know. Okay, I don't know why that fuck was picking that up. No, sorry, but no, I don't. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just a bit out of it right now.
Yeah, I see. You took a dip.
Yep. Sure did. Didn't really want to get pushed into the water, but it happened.
I would love to
Sir
laugh.
Pouncelot relays something to you, Ilariel, where he
Mhm.
goes, Sebastian's acting strange.
I would like to relay back. In what way? What do you mean?
He's hesitating or nervous.
I would like to look back at him with new eyes and do an insight check.
You can do so.
Oof, 22.
Ugh. Do I need to roll something or
Yes, you need to roll a deception for me.
deception? Fuck, it's not good.
Okay, Sebastian.
Oh, you failed horrifically!
I need you to kind of go over it again real quick because Sir Pouncelot's going to ask you something. Where did you say they were going?
Up ahead,
I need you
Scout.
to now give your best story as to why or where they're going.
To be the direction we're supposed to be going tomorrow when we need to get to Westwind. Mostly seeing if it's safe or
Tomorrow?
not.
Don't
Tomorrow,
you mean today?
Today. Sorry, it's
Seem
just,
a bit nervous, Sebastian.
yeah, well, after the events today with the Goliaths, I'm a bit nervous to encounter more.
Sir Pouncelot's immediately going to tell you, Laurel, he's lying.
Uh-huh. And why did he need Nicholas?
I don't know. Probably because Nicholas
Right.
is another magic user. Someone that could be useful. If you're like scouting with some type of familiar or whatnot. Sebastian hasn't looked away
Well-
from the fire at all since she's
I
been
don't know
talking.
about you, but Nicholas has had some serious bad luck, especially considering he actually died recently
That's fair.
and is probably still under the effects of getting back to full strength.
Mm-hmm.
So, personally, I think they need some help, so I'm gonna follow them. And I stand up and proceed to start walking.
Okay, as you're doing that,
Hold on.
Nicholas,
Mhm.
you and Aikido have arrived at the toll gate.
I'm just gonna plop down here because he's with me too.
You
I recognize this map.
Yeah, me
So,
too. That's where I
what are you
beat the
thinking?
shit out of a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see Aikido looks over to you, Nicholas, and says, "What are you thinking?"
I will admit I don't know a whole lot with sneaking in, but my plan would be to use a spell like Sleep to knock out the guards on the high ground and try to sneak past the rest.
Can you climb, Nicholas?
A little bit. I'm not the most physically inclined.
I have another idea. Look at all of them. You can just barely see them peering their heads. They're looking out towards the road, not really paying attention in our direction. Best bet would probably be to scale this wall here, get up on that tower, and then slowly start to pick them all off.
You're the one who's an expert at this. I'll follow your lead.
Aikido then looks over to Eric for a moment, and he goes, "Huh. Well, I guess I should bring a friend too, right? Things might get a little messy after all. But we'll
Alright.
wait. Right. If they spot us. If they spot us.
Like I said, I'll follow your lead. I am not, well, used to this sort of stuff.
Come along. Kido's I'm going to begin kind of slowly scaling the wall. I need you to make dex saves with advantage. Well, just dex. Or athletics. Or acrobatics, whichever you have. If you have any points in any of them at all.
I will probably just do base dex with advantage, he said. With advantage, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. Ooh, that's not the best roll.
As you go to grab onto the wall, your hand immediately slips, but Aikido grabs you with one. And you see him kind of looking at you like, you need to work on that. He helps you up onto the wall so that you guys can actually start climbing, and he looks over to Eric and says, "Can you bring him over the wall, or is he good to climb?"
I can probably dispel him and then resummon him once we get to the top.
Great. Follow me.
And then once I get over the top here, I'll summon Eric again behind me.
Akito looks over to you and says, "Wait here." And you see him begin to climb up the ladder, like very quietly. See him kind of look over the battlement with like blood kind of just slightly on the side of his face as he like waves you up.
Nicholas nods and then climbs up the ladder. And Eric will come right behind him.
As you're climbing up this ladder, can you make a stealth check for me, please?
Alrighty. Both me and Eric, or just me?
Just you.
Alrighty.
Okay. Okay. You kind of do this, but it's a little loud, but you can tell that the guards are a little distracted. They're kind of tired. And Akito looks over to you as you can now have like a slightly better view of the castle itself. All right. I'll get my friend to pick off the ones in the towers. I need you to sit here on this bridge. Make sure that nobody runs out. Think you can do that?
Yeah, what about the guards down there?
I'll handle it.
Alrighty.
Oh, and here. If nobody else comes out, most of these castles have some sort of water supply, a well or something. Put this in it, as he hands you a vial.
Alrighty.
You see Akito goes over to the body of the knight. And you see him begin to, like, take off his armor as he's cutting something into the chest of the knight.
Nicholas watches this very interested.
You can see that it is some sort of occult symbol.
Nothing I'd be familiar with, though.
Not entirely.
I'm just gonna watch silently.
Eventually he finishes, and you see magic begins to pour magic into the wound as it begins to expel upwards, and eventually you see that from the blood and the corpse of the knight rises this.
Jesus.
Bulb.
I did. Got a, I guess you could say, contract for you. See, those towers,
Hmm.
you get to have some fun.
You see the Horned Devil
Yeah.
grins.
Need you to make sure that, well, no one makes it out of here alive, with the exception of us two. Stick to the outside. Nicholas here has the bridge. I'll go inside. Think you can handle that?
As long as that scrawny little kid can keep him from crossing over the bridge and running to go grab some more buddies, sure.
Grand. Nick.
Hmm?
I need you to roll initiative.
Yay. Alright. Ugh, 8.
Here we go. Salnix.
Alrighty. Well. Let me check something. This is definitely interesting.
I am still reeling from the fucking campfire.
I know exactly what I want to do with this fly speed. He's gonna take his movement, flap his wings, and fly right here using his full 60 feet. And then multi-attack on the knight. 3 melee attacks, 2 with the fork, 2 with the tail. Okay. So... okay. Sorry, give me a second because I'm switching between tabs. So... we're doing twice with his fork. That is a... 20 and 11, and that's plus 10 on each of those, so... 30 and then a 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, and then damage for the fork is... that, so let me... Okay, that plus... what is it for that first one? That's plus 6, so 9 plus 6, 15. Okay. So 15 piercing damage on the first one. Does the second one hit? That 11 plus 10?
Yes.
Gotcha. Okay. 2d8. Plus 6, 12. Piercing, and then one with the tail, I believe is what multi-attack says. Yup. Okay. 20. Yeah. That plus 10, 17 to hit.
Yep.
Yep. Tail is... I need a con save throw from that knight that I'm hitting, please.
He succeeds.
Okay. 1d8 plus 6, so he still takes... not that. 1d6. So 8. Piercing or slashing? Yeah, 8 piercing. And that is... the end of his turn. Yeah, that's the end of his turn.
Alright. The knight is dead. Keto is going to then stand on the battlements here. Hit. That also hits. You watch, Nick, as Akito stands on the battlements and harnesses this dark energy, blasting both the guards and pulling them towards him, where they basically fall to their deaths. That one doesn't know what the fuck's going on yet. That one doesn't know what the fuck's going on yet. That one definitely doesn't know what this is yet. He doesn't know what's going on. G would definitely have heard it. And so he's going to move right here. And dash right there. H is also going to dash. I will notice those guys, dash over to them. Knight is dead. Nicholas.
Yep. I'm just double checking ranges here real quick. Nicholas is first. Form's going to use his action to cast Mage Armor onto himself. Oh, I keep forgetting about the noise.
Hit the cast button, just do it.
Yeah, I'm used to hitting cast, so it uses up a spell slot, so I can keep track of it more easily.
I've never done that. I just click the spell slot and just keep going.
Yeah.
I don't hit cast. I've never hit cast in my life.
I've only done it once, I think.
I did it once to check the thing.
Animations.
Yeah, that was it.
And then that'll probably just be Nicholas's turn. But Eric will move down here to here and essentially be at the ready to throw a javelin if need be.
Okay, demon, go ahead.
My turn? Oh boy. Okay. What we're gonna do? Blast speed 60 feet. Right perched, you know, right there. It's beautiful. And then I believe I can do hold on. That's one target. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and target straight down at guard eye real quick. Don't like the way he's looking, you know. Roll. This, I believe, is the hit. Yes. +7, so 21. Assuming that hits. And fire damage. 13 fire damage on guard eye.
Dead.
And that's it. That's the end of my turn. Actually, wait, DM. I apologize. Actually, no, I don't have movement. I apologize again. That is the end of my turn.
Okay. Keto is then going to cast Levitate upon himself. Right there. Oh, nope. Dead guy. Right there. Then dash. Move right there as a bonus action. And that'll be his turn. Guard C would definitely now have noticed the giant fucking demon thing. And is then going to go inside.
Yoo-hoo, pretty boy.
D's also going to do the same thing. E would have also noticed them, so they're going to go into the tower. G would then move over towards Aikido, try to attack him with a nat 20. Hitting him for 12 damage total.
That's a lot for a guard.
It was a crit.
Was a crit. All crits hurt. H is then also going to move there towards Aikido, try to attack him. Missing. I is dead. Nicholas, you doing anything, or are you just watching?
I'm pretty much just gonna watch. Just a thing real quick. Aikido told me to like put poison in the well, essentially, or
Yeah, when you get the chance, basically. So find a water source and fucking poison it.
Hey, it's my
I'll
mic
just
echoing, by the way.
hold here with Eric.
Demon boy.
Demon time. All right. You know what? I'm gonna try something here. I would like to have him drop down and multi-attack guard H.
Yeah.
Alley-oop without the hoop. Calling me Manny Pacquiao. Alright, multi-attack time. 2 with the fork and 1 with a hurl flame in place of a melee attack. Let's hit it. So that is D20 plus 10, so 24, and then 17.
Yep.
Both those hit. Aight.
Mhm.
And then for the fork, 2d8 plus 6. First one, 12 plus 6, 18 piercing.
Dead.
Okay. Well, in which case, I'm going to then use the
Good
last...
No, I'm just lost in
vibing.
thought, honestly. Yeah.
Hey, breathe, young Padawan, breathe.
So I didn't know my mic was picking the shit up. I'll mute myself.
We're about to immolate somebody with hurl flame. In which case, my third melee attack is going to be used on guard G, and it is going to be hurl flame in place of the tail attack, as specified by the Horned Devil's multi-attack. That is plus 7 to hit, so 21 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. He's thick. 8 fire damage. I don't think there's a bonus to that. Nope. That's the end of his turn.
Nice. Kita's then going to make a melee attack. Which hits. Doing 12 damage. Killing the guard. Thus ending combat. Before anything else can occur, Akito raises a palm over towards the Horned Devil and vanishes him. As that's all going on, and Akito has made entry. Sebastian, did you follow Ilariel?
I feel like Sebastian would follow her just to
I
make
would
sure
have told
she's
you not to because someone needs to watch the camp.
okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Since
Ilariel,
Sebastian is just still sitting down, looking at the fire, and not moved a fucking inch.
you make it to the clearing of the castle, where it is very quiet.
I can see their tracks, though.
Yes.
Well, I can see Nicholas's tracks. I definitely probably don't see Akito's.
Akito is much harder to find.
Yes. Okay, so I see that they go here. I'm not about to attempt to climb this because I'm not stupid. So I am going to... How far can I do this? Misty Step. Boop. And have Sir Pounce with me.
Sir Pouncelot looks over to Ilariel and says, "It smells of blood."
I almost think there's enough that I could smell it. I could probably smell sulfur and brimstone.
Mhm.
And I would know exactly what that means because of my studies. There was a demon here.
Lady, I think we should leave.
But if the boys are here, then they ran into a demon. They'll need help.
I suppose.
I'm assuming that this gate is down.
Yeah. It is.
Well, I guess I'll climb up here.
Do you see Eric?
And see Eric and go, "Oh,
The moment
Eric,
you
where's
say something,
Nicholas?"
Eric immediately turns to you with a weapon at the ready, and then begins to lower it the minute he realizes it's you.
I put my hands up like, "Oh Jesus!"
And the moment Eric sees you, Nicholas is made aware and comes over is like, Lariel, what are you doing here?
I'm here to help. Sebastian said you guys ran off on your own to scout ahead, but he was being really dodgy about it. So I thought maybe you needed help.
You want the short of it, Lariel?
Uh, yeah, why is there a demon here? I can smell a demon. What
Aikido
happened?
summoned it.
What?
Yes, Alright, I'm gonna keep this simple. I don't know when he's coming out. He told us about this toll castle and that if we came here, the rest of the party would probably be slaughtered for not being human. He said our options were to either go into frickin' Goliath territory and possibly end up like, well, our friend. Or he said he could deal with the castle, but he wanted one of us to watch as he did it.
What do you mean deal with them?
What do you think I mean by I deal with it from a man that summons demons, Ilario? He's going in there to kill everyone.
But and she puts her hands to her head and is like running them through her hair, all stressed out. But you Silverhand!
Yeah. You think that's gonna stop these people from wanting to kill the others?
Yes, if I say they're my servants! We
Maybe.
could have
Sir
gotten through
you
here,
see
no problem!
You see Sir Pansalot looks over to you, Nicholas, and then says, "Have you learned nothing? That name carries more weight than kingdoms."
We literally could have walked up, said, "Hello, I'm a Silverhand. I would like to walk through with my servants. Bye!"
And now your friend has probably made things all the worse for us. I wonder,
First off, he is
what would a
not my
nation
friend.
do if their military outpost was suddenly attacked? They'd go looking for the perpetrators. Luckily for you, they're in a state of war, so they're not going to be looking for us. But you've assisted in the murder of innocent people.
I have
Maybe
done
it's not
nothing.
too late. Maybe I can stop them.
You know what my goal was, Poundslot? If anyone came out of castle, use a sleep spell and just tie him up. I wasn't going to kill anyone. He is the one who made this choice. He's the one doing it.
You didn't try to stop him.
How could I stop him?
Gee, I wonder. Rather than coming out here with him, you could have woken us all up, and then we could have made a plan.
Maybe.
I'm disappointed in you, Nicholas.
L'Ariel's now got her hand over her mouth, like she's just so wildly upset. How far can this go? Is this gate here down or up?
Yes. It's down. Oh, well, it's up. It's up.
So I could Misty
Yeah,
step down
you could-
there
you
and
could
walk through.
it. Mhm.
Okay. Then I'm going to. I am like maybe I can stop him before it's too late. Maybe it's not too late. And I Misty step down here.
Lady,
and start
wait,
running.
that's not.
Oh, God.
There she goes.
Alright. Come on, Eric. Let's go down. Make sure she doesn't cause more trouble.
And you enter the castle, yes?
Yep.
And Nicholas with Eric's going to be following.
Gotcha. And you guys make it in.
Okay, there's a thing there, so I can't see that. I walk over here and I clearly see the two maids.
You can see that they had their throats slit. There's still blood pouring out.
No! No, this isn't right. This wasn't how it was supposed to go at all. I go smashing through this door.
You see Sir Pouncelaw tries to stop you for a moment as he says, "My lady, I don't think you should continue. This isn't
She's not
something
listening.
you should see." And you continue, Alariel, but you actually notice something from the door. Bodies have been dragged in the opposite direction.
It towards the other door.
Yes. But you do see that there is a trail of blood just leading it from this room to the other door.
So to this door.
The
this
southern
down
door.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to see that trail and follow it.
And you head out, and the blood continues to the other door.
I assume I see nothing in here.
And you see a pile of guards.
Is
All
there
of them
anything?
had weapons in hand, and they looked as though, you can tell just from looking at other people, they appear to have been mid-attack when they were suddenly almost executed with almost no real look of... It almost looks perfect. There are slices that are completely straight and deep, and there are holes in one of them where their entire chest looks like it was caved in by a magical blast.
She's shaking, but she's steeled and she's determined.
Please,
Gonna
Lady
walk around
Alariel,
that?
you shouldn't. I think you should stop.
And do what, Sir Pounce?
Let me and Eric and Nicholas go instead. I don't think you should see all this.
Silver Hand cannot be adverse to seeing terrible things. I'll see much worse in my lifetime. I don't know which door. Does the blood trail lead to either one,
It's
or
to
does
that
it...
one.
Okay.
And you see in their beds, some of them were also killed.
She swallows hard, but continues on.
And down the hall, you see him kind of standing in the doorway cleaning his blade.
She walks to here as soon as she sees him and gasps.
Akito turns around for a moment, and you can see he's kind of covered in blood and a few wounds of his own, but nothing too major. As he looks over to you, Alariel, for a moment, and you see in his eyes there is almost nothing. No motion, nothing at all. And you see for a moment it takes a second for almost like a switch to flip. And you see suddenly there's now something on his face, an emotion almost, as he looks over to you, Nicholas, kind of like past Alariel, and says, "Guess we shouldn't have kept the priest to lie, huh?"
Why? Why would you do this? Why? This...
They were a threat.
To who?
To you, to your friends, to me. It's better this way.
But they weren't. We could have just walked through.
And what if one day they were your enemies?
Then we handle it on that day. You can't go through life thinking, what if everyone's gonna be my enemy, and just kill them?
Well, I got news for you, Glimmer. That's exactly how I've lived my life. That's how most people live their lives. It's not exactly something a Silverhand would understand. After all, you're far too important for the matters of the little people. Though I'm sure you like to think of yourself as one of the little people. You're just like us. You're not. And so that's why you wouldn't understand, no matter what you do.
She draws back, almost as if she's been slapped. But I do care. That's why
I
I
know
didn't.
you do. And that's why I had to do this, because you wouldn't. Nicholas, you said you saw bloodshed before. You understand it, right? The cruelty of another man.
I know more, I know better than I wish.
But killing
If
innocents
you...
in their bed who have done no wrong?
Well, let's put it this way. Nicholas, have you lost someone important in your life to another person?
Yes.
If you had the ability to stop that by killing that person before they could accomplish that, would you do it?
Yes.
See, Ilariel?
But you can't know that these people were going to do it.
Maybe
The
not to
maids?
you, but to me. Come on, you know who I am. I work for the biggest crime organization, possibly this side of the planet. And somehow, you thought I was going to be able to get through checkpoints unhandled? Please. Besides, as I said, this works out better for everyone involved. Now they're going to be on the lookout for Goliath raiding parties and not you and your group of different beings. A bunch of different little species all mixed together in different packs. You might look like refugees. They might just spare you now because now they're out for blood for whoever did this. They won't be none the wiser.
But they wouldn't have been after us.
Can you with 100% certainty say that?
Yes. Or at least with enough certainty not to do this. Even murderers deserve a trial.
Not in my book.
And what does that say about you then?
That'll burn one day. But for now, I'm alive. To everyone's dismay. We should get going.
Do I deserve
Cats
to
are
burn
going to
too
wake
then?
up. Oh. Maybe.
You are part of
Maybe
my
not.
party. This is now on my hands. I
No.
am as much a murderer as you are now.
It's not Ilariel, because between you and me, you see him very slowly take out a dagger as he places it just very gently on your shoulder. We're technically still enemies, but you see him like begin to just gently slide the blade over towards your neck. I won't harm you. Because for now, you see him raise the blade and put it back towards himself as he holsters it. We're allies. So while you might say, it's on your hands, no, not really. On Nicholas's hands, probably. After all, he did help, but... well. You, not so much. After all, I'm sure even your flying cat there knows just how much blood a silver hand can wipe off their hands. After all, you're just perfect, Glimmer. As I said, we should get going. My lady, he's a vagabond. You shouldn't listen to what he says. Lady Elariel.
She's standing there, silently crying.
Sir Pouncelot looks over to you, Nicholas, with like do something eyes.
Nicholas just kind of is looking at the ground, kind of looking almost broken for a moment.
Full of love, for all that is good. Elariel,
you
look at me.
She looks down and closes her eyes, and when she looks up at you, you can see the weight of something that wasn't there before, and a little more, I don't know what to call it, maturity, maybe? Like, maybe the world isn't such a innocent, magical place.
Lady Elariel, do not place this on yourself. You're no murderer. You're good.
Actions have consequences, and this is my fault for allowing him to move with us.
That is true, but at the
I
end of the
must
day,
accept
your
the blame,
intentions
as it
were
is my
good.
duty.
Your intentions were good. You had no idea he was capable of this. Sir Pouncelot looks back over to you, Nicholas, like, back me up here.
And you still see Nicholas looks broken, but when you give him that look, Eric looks to you, pounds on the back to Nicholas, and essentially smacks him upside the head. As you see Nicholas almost comes to himself and realizes what's going on and says to Ilario, "You're definitely better than me, Ilario."
You're not helping, Nick. My lady, listen, it's not your fault, no matter how you slice it, no matter how you dice it, okay? There was no way for you to know what was going to happen. Even if you allowed him in, that is merely because you are kind and generous. You would have done the same for anyone. You cannot put this on yourself. So, when we come across the next group of guards, we turn him in. Maybe your grandmother was right. This is no place for an adventuring girl like you.
She just walks away. Silently.
You see, as you're doing that, Akito, as you enter, Akito's kind of like looting the guards, kind of like looking through their pockets and stuff.
Is this also to show that the brutes were here?
No, this is mostly to pay for my own equipment. Although, now that you mention it, we could probably rough up the place a little. Here, You see him toss you, like just flicking it, kind of a silver gold, like almost a silver piece, and he says, "For your troubles." You see Sir Pouncelot kind of like scrambles over the coin and kind of like just moves it back towards the bodies. We should get going back to camp. And now you see him kind of rummaging through all the equipment in the smithy.
I don't even stop.
You guys head back to camp.
Nicholas is gonna half-heartedly follow Alariel, lost in his own thoughts.
You guys go back to camp.
Sebastian hasn't moved an inch and is still in the same spot he was when everyone left, still looking at the fire. It doesn't even look up to look at them when they get here.
She marches directly up to Sebastian.
Doesn't even look away from the fire.
She says in a very commanding voice, "Sebastian, you will look at me."
Sebastian looks at her and yes.
What you see is exactly what you have been told an angry silver hand looks like. Her eyes are glowing silver, her hair is moving when it shouldn't, there's lightning playing around. You lied to me.
I know I
And
did.
what you have done has cost many their lives.
I know.
Unnecessarily. Their deaths are on your head, and I hope you can pray for forgiveness from your God.
I don't think I do deserve the forgiveness.
And she will march into the tent.
Sebastian just looks back at the fire.
Sebastian,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
you see a few kind of 30-ish or so minutes after, Akito begins to walk back towards camp. And you see him looking at you while he's swinging some sort of object, and as it gets closer into the light, you see him swinging a mace. He comes over, sits down, and then places it kind of down at your feet, kind of throwing it, and he's like, "Found you something."
I don't want it.
Are you sure? Look how shiny it is.
My answer's not gonna fucking change. Take it back to where you got it.
No can do.
I'm not taking it.
You know what I love about you religious types? quick you are to break your own morals when it suits you. But the moment you realize it's wrong, you turn your back on it. As if you can right something that's already been wronged. The sin has already been committed, priest. Do you preach forgiveness or goodness again? I forget. There's so many of you. I'm asking a genuine question. I'm not here to fuck with you.
I'm not in the mood to talk right now.
You're not in the mood.
No.
What about the 16 people whose throats just got slit? You think they were in the mood to die today?
Sebastian.
know-
Sorry, continue.
I was under the impression, Sebastian, right? That Lathander was about... what? Goodness or honesty or some shit like that? Why do you believe in Lathander?
Sebastian's just ignoring him now, just continue looking at the fire.
So you won't even talk to someone who wants to know? Interesting. I wonder,
What?
does your god weigh the lives I've taken onto your hands? I got it. I just remembered. Hope. That's one of the things your god's known for. Hope. Hope's an interesting concept, isn't it? I do wonder. Just another rambling thought. I've had quite a few of those. Do you think as my blade ran across their necks, that if they thought of hope, Lathander would save them?
Hmm. That definitely touched a nerve with Sebastian as he's just glaring at him.
Now have your attention. Good. So why didn't he save them? Your god's good, right?
What the fuck are you getting at?
I'm saying I don't understand why you follow a being that doesn't save his own followers or preaches what he teaches.
Sebastian just goes for a punch at him.
Okay, roll unarmed.
An 18?
You miss. You see Akito kind of moves out of your punch, and he almost laughs at you for a second, looking at you with a look of pity almost.
Shut the fuck up.
Is that all the strength your god can muster, Sebastian? Why didn't he save them? See him stand up as he looks over to you. You think he'll save you?
I don't know what the fuck you're getting at. But shut the fuck up. Sebastian also
Just
just stands
wondering.
up there.
If I were to run my sword here through your heart, do you think he would save you? And if he does, would he save you only because you believe in him? Or would he save you because he's good? But if he saves you, and he doesn't save others, what sort of god does that make him?
Sebastian goes for another punch, getting really fucking pissed off at him.
Okay, go ahead. You miss, and finally you see Akito kind of just very, like, raises a hand from the hilt of his sword, and it's basically, like, very nonchalant, and he is going to Eldritch Blast you. With a 13, which I think hits, so he misses entirely.
Actually, yeah, it misses.
And you see him then go, that was close, wasn't it? Keep swinging. And maybe I'll start swinging too.
Can I hear all this?
Yes, you hear it. So, what's the point of your god? Answer. Typical.
Sebastian looks like he's about to cast a spell. As his hand is just clenched extremely tightly.
At the sound of the Eldritch Blast going off, I'll walk out.
Akito doesn't really pay attention to you, but you can tell that he noticed you coming out, as he's still kind of looking at Sebastian, just eyes front.
Enough.
Okay, Glimmer. You got it. You see him raise his hands as he sits down. And is simply curious.
Sebastian knows very well what he has done and will atone in his way.
Best way I can. I don't think I deserve the atonement though. For
That is for
Sebastian
your
just-
god to decide.
Sebastian just walks off, just wanting to be alone right now.
I think I struck a nerve. So, Glimmer, you believe in gods?
Of course I do. I've met one.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you think they're what they say they are.
What, all-powerful beings?
More like if one says they're really good or the personification of good and all that. I don't think they are. That's all I was trying to get to.
I believe they're just like us, just trying their best.
I like that answer. I guess that's a pretty fair answer. They're all just
And-
like us.
Just like us, they can only do that which they are taught and trained to do. Like you.
What's that supposed to mean?
I've thought about it. You don't know any other life. This is how you were raised, how you were trained. Of course this is what you would do. You know no other way.
There is no other way.
But there is. There's
You would
always
know?
another way.
And what is that way?
I know that if our roles were reversed, and I had grown up the way you had, I would do the same as you did. But there are always options. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. It's up to you if you want to walk towards it, though.
There's no light at the end of the tunnel, Ariel. Just shit and more shit. And you see for the first time he's like full on said your name. And he's kind of looking into the fire. Every single one of us is simply here to burn in one way or another.
You're right. And she holds out her hand. And I'm trying to decide how you'll let me do this. Will you let me prestidigitate a silver flame into my hand? It doesn't say you can
Yeah.
change the color of it, but
You can do that. You can do that.
and I prestidigitate a silver flame into my hand. And I kind of try to get his gaze.
He looks over to it.
There's always a light. You just have to be willing to take it. And she kind of smiles at him, like, not quite in a forgiving way, but like in a I believe you can be better way, encouraging.
You see him look at you, but for a moment there's almost a glimpse of he wants to believe you. And then in that moment you see his eyes go back to the same way they were inside the castle for a moment. A fairy tale. As you see his eyes go back to the fire.
Yeah, maybe it is. You know what else is a fairy tale? Moon-touched fae children that can turn into strange animals.
You see there's a slight smirk on his face as you say that. Yeah, I suppose we are in one giant fairy tale then, huh?
Exactly. Anything can happen. Now, you're covered in blood, and she like gets up and starts tugging on him.
What?
Come on.
It'll dry off eventually.
No, come on. Come on.
For fuck's
Don't
sake.
make me roll a strength. Into the pond. Into the pond with you. Let's go.
We're seriously doing this?
She, out of one of her pockets, she pulls out a bar of soap and hands it over to him.
Oh, for the love of... Alright, fine.
I will
Put it
not
your
have
way.
my party looking like vagabonds.
So I look like a vagabond. Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Can you really argue with me?
No. But you should probably check on your two friends. They look, I don't know, defeated, if that's the word.
They're next. You get in there. And she pushes him.
You see him kind of like stumble forward because he wasn't really prepared for you, of all people, to push him. And you see for a second, there's a look of surprise. And then there's like there's this almost innocent look of betrayal for a moment, as if he never believed you would do it or could do it. And you see him fall on his ass in the water as he looks up to you, and you see him kind of start to like chuckle to himself.
She starts walking away laughing in her very musical laughter way that all the silver hands have.
You see him go, yeah, okay, Glimmer, I see how it is.
She comes and sits down next to Nicholas.
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. As you were actually walking by Eric, you see him kind of just step in front of you and put his hand up, like,
Oh,
yeah, sorry, I didn't realize I was
hello,
muted when I
Eric.
said it.
I would like to go speak with Nicholas.
You see him look
It's
to you and then
nothing
back
bad.
to Nicholas, and he's like, you see him think for a second, then you see him pull out one of his javelins as he kind of writes something in the ground next to you and says, he needs time.
I know he does. I just want to go sit with him.
See him look at you and then stare at Nicholas for a second. So he just kind of shrugs and steps out of your way. When you walk over there, you see Nicholas essentially hugging his knees as he's sitting on the rocks, just staring at the water.
She just sits down next to you, not quite touching, but close enough that you can feel her and feel the comfort of a person. And for a little while, she's just silent. Mostly watching Akito to make sure he's actually using the soap.
Nicholas just sits there, quiet.
You see him kind of like he's gone shirtless, and you see him like occasionally rubbing the bar of soap on himself as he's kind of just looking towards the fire.
I'm going to use message and whisper to him, the armpits too.
You see him kind of glance over at you like, come on. And he does so. But you also notice something else.
Oh?
He has his back towards you, and you notice that there are a fuck ton of wounds all over his back. Some
Do
look
they look like anything or just like slash marks?
Some look like slash marks, others look like whip marks. There's a burn on there, and there's even holes as if he's been shot.
Damn. Wait, I thought there were no guns in this world.
No, there are. Remember, the dwarves have them.
Oh.
Didn't you also say the Onimura had it too?
Yep, Onimura has guns as well.
Oh, okay.
There are guns, it's just not the main continent that has them or uses them.
Okay.
Yeah,
The means of production aren't there, and then there's also the fact that a lot of the continent views it as witchcraft.
Because we're a backwater.
So
Backwater
she sits
society.
silently next to Nicholas for a few minutes.
You see Nicholas
And
just
then-
hold himself.
She starts speaking almost to herself. Like, she doesn't look at him. She just kind of is idly watching Akito. And says, you know, some people make the decisions that they have to in the moment. And sometimes they make the wrong decisions. But it's okay. So long as we know to do better next time. And use this as a learning experience.
See Nicholas kind of look at you for a second. You can tell now that he's looking at you that there's signs that he's been crying. As he says in I don't know how to put it, but you know that way you talk after you've been crying?
The hitch.
Yeah, the little hitch to his voice.
Yeah.
As he says, I just don't want to die.
Say that again.
I just didn't want to watch anyone I cared about die again.
She turns to look at you, and there's kindness and understanding in her eyes. And she says, I know you've been through a lot. I don't know what. And you can tell me at your own pace if you want to or not. But I also know that everyone's life treats them differently, and everyone makes decisions differently based on their experiences. And you made the decision you thought was right in the moment.
No,
This is not your fault.
it is though. Pouncelot was right. I was emotional. A way to avoid this was right there, and I didn't take it because I was blinded by my own fear, my own anger.
Yes. She's kind of trying to find her words. As I am also trying to find my words. But you cannot keep looking to the past and what has happened. It has already happened. There is no changing it. What you can do is look forward and do better next time. Use this as the learning experience it is.
One hell of a fucked up learning experience.
Aren't they all?
You see him look towards you again, he's like, thank you, I don't deserve this, as he kind of gives you a one-armed hug over the shoulders.
She hugs him back and smiles and says, yes, you do.
Seems smiled as he just goes back to staring at the water.
Now, Akito has a bar of soap if you want to wash off. Correct
You
him this
You see him
time.
kind of get off as he puts his clothes back on, and he looks over to you with the bar of soap and then places it on the stone.
I'll bathe in a moment.
As she gets up, she squeezes his shoulder reassuringly. She stops here, looking at Sebastian, and kind of...
You see Sir Pants has kind of been there for a little bit.
Sebastian is just sitting there looking at a letter.
You know, Sebastian,
Yeah,
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm a little
fucked up.
disappointed in you as well.
I know. I know.
Made a wrong choice. But there is always forgiveness to be sought.
Do I really deserve that, though?
You do. All people are capable of forgiveness, with the exception of that Akito fellow.
Yeah, but I could have done something. I could have stopped. I could have...
Thinking about what you could have changed in the past isn't going to get you anywhere. Thinking about how to move forward will. You're beating yourself up about it. And yes, you failed. You failed yourself. You failed this party. I'm sure you've even failed Lathander by lying. But has he forsaken you?
He hasn't, no.
Have we forsaken you?
No, he hasn't.
Then what's the problem? You may not be able to forgive yourself, but forgiveness isn't for you to give to yourself. Forgiveness is to be sought. So instead of wallowing here, you should go ask for forgiveness. To Ilariel. To Lathander.
Sebastian looks at the letter once more and then just puts it away.
We all fall. We all stumble. We all fail. You're mortal, Sebastian. These things happen. Do you know how we continue? How we move forward?
How?
By being better than we were yesterday. Past is behind you. So strive to be better. You think you can do that?
I'll try.
Then the first step is forgiveness. None of that. No sighing. Come along.
Sebastian just stands up and just falls behind Sir Pouncelot.
What are you waiting for? Get in there.
And Sebastian just sits back down and looks to Alariel.
Alariel heard the entire thing. That's why she stopped and turned back around, because she was watching through Sir Pounce. So she looks up at you and just doesn't say anything.
I want to say I'm sorry for Align. We're trying to keep what Nicholas and Akita were doing. I'm sorry for even agreeing to their plan, or to his plan.
Thank you.
I know I should have kept that from you. You should have known what they were doing. Sebastian just rubs his eyes.
Just remember, words mean nothing without meaning behind them.
I
And
know.
proof that they are true.
I'm gonna try everything I can to prove that I truly am sorry for this. And to those who died because I didn't do anything to stop it.
I forgive you, Sebastian. But it is not my forgiveness that matters most. It is your own.
That might be the hardest one to get, honestly.
It will take time, but you will get there. I believe in you. I know your God believes in you.
I like to think so.
Sir Pouncelot kind of comes over to you and places like a paw on your thigh, like nodding.
Right. Well, we should probably get going. I think it's probably getting light out by now.
You see Akito nods, but he doesn't say anything.
I'll go wake up Layla.
Sebastian just grabs and looks at the Lathander pendant he wears and just does a little prayer to Lathander. Mostly to asking for forgiveness from him and then the power to forgive from Lathander to forgive himself for what he did.
You feel a faint presence, but there isn't anything else you feel about it.
Yeah. Also for the power to right the wrong he did. And he just gets ready to go.
I am gently shaking Layla awake.
See her open her eyes as she still has Jack like in her arms.
Did you have a good sleep?
You see her nod as she kind of like wipes her eyes.
Good, good. It's time to go. Come on, time to get up.
Eric, you see an elf approaching from the north of the camp slowly with his hands up.
Moment you step close, Eric steps forward with his axe at the ready, and you see Nicholas is immediately where, and he yells to the others, "We have someone here."
As you say that, you see Akita already had his blade drawn, but he hasn't like completely moved yet. He's just standing.
Alfred, what now? Wait here.
You see Akito turns to all of you kind of for a moment, just kind of like very silently says, "We should probably just kill him."
No, we're not gonna kill someone who came here. We're gonna talk to them first.
You see Akito kind of notices you behind me. He's like, "All right, we'll try talking."
Don't go straight to fucking violence.
You see him kind of lean on Good Boy for a moment, kind of just calm as Good Boy's just snoring.
Hello?
Hi, greetings. There's no need for hostilities. I'm not here to cause trouble. My name is Castian Dazana, part of Lunareth's Royal Guard. I was sent out here to find a royal knight by the name of Orrian Farzumine and his ward, Her Radiance Princess Elunaria of House Valethar. I don't suppose you guys have seen him out here anywhere?
How far away are you? You probably can't see my facial features.
Let me ruler tool this. 48 feet.
Yeah, 50 feet's pretty far away.
Yeah.
So you don't see my facial features, but you do hear me go,
Ah. Well,
Ashton's just gonna come up and just whisper to Laru. It's just best to be honest.
You see Akito then says, "Just give the word. I'll blast the fucker."
oh, no.
Jesus.
Okay. I'm sorry, that was involuntary. I shouldn't have said that.
it's okay.
Who are you to them?
I'm one of Lunareth's Royal Guard. I was sent to find them and try to bring them back to the kingdom.
Right.
I'm a
you
friend
know
of
they are
Orrian's, if
what?
that counts towards anything.
Oh boy, where were you yesterday?
What do you mean yesterday?
How about we all just
Why
sit
don't-
down by the
listen.
campfire and
Come closer. It's okay.
Oh,
It's your
alright.
floor being.
You see he pulls down the hood he has on, because he's looking at all of you very focused, but he's had his hood on the whole time as he holds it down. You see, very similar to Orrian, he has bangs and little longer bits of hair towards the sides of his head, by the ears. As he puts his hands back up and he's slowly approaching this way, he's keeping an eye on Eric and nodding to him.
Eric just lowers his axe and steps away, but he's still keeping an eye on you.
While you guys do this part, I will be right back.
I
Right.
apologize for any disarming or surprising that happened upon my arrival.
How did you find us?
Well, let's just say I went to a certain toll castle nearby, found... How do I put this lightly? A bit of destruction, and then some tracks on the way back here, and then they stopped about halfway into the wood line. Looked like somebody tried to cover them up, and so I just figured somebody headed out this way. I'm gonna be real, this is kind of new to me. I was sent out here to find, like I said, the princess and Orrian, and I heard they were headed this way, so I went to the toll castle to see if they had passed through.
I am assuming you and Taylor spoke about you finding the tracks.
Yeah. Yeah, he was telling me that in DMs because I rolled a survival check for
Yeah,
that.
because otherwise it's gonna be like, I don't think you saw tracks because Zakito.
He found the bodies, and then he saw tracks heading into the wood line. I'm not gonna ask about who's been in that whole house, but
There was a terrible miscommunication.
right. For now, let's just leave it at that, I suppose.
Now, you said you were here to take them back, but as far as I was aware, Arya did not wish to return.
I figured as much from what Orrian used to tell me about her. Very free-spirited from what I gathered. Where is Orrian? If he was with her, I don't see him around.
There was a terrible miscommunication.
Okay. Would you mind elaborating a little bit on that? Or is that...
We ran into some Goliaths, and he sacrificed himself to save the rest of us.
I see. I'm sorry, that's... I take it that's what you meant by, where were you yesterday?
Yes.
Orrian, you
And,
idiot. He was always one to
but-
take up a challenge.
He did die honorably, and I am sure he's in the halls of his gods now.
Knowing him, he fought tooth and nail to try and win whatever battle he was presented with.
There is another slight issue.
Please continue.
What? Come to the fire. Come to the fire.
Oh, okay.
As you're walking by, Lara, he's like, "Yeah, sure, invite him to dinner too."
She kind of smacks him on the back of the head on the way past.
Nicholas, you see Cassian, like, looking towards the fire, and he's got, like, a kind of confused, like, little nod, like, cock of the head as he's walking. And he sits down on the log.
So, I don't know much about this, unfortunately, as Orrian passed before he could explain, and Arya is currently indisposed because of it, but there was a creature of some sort chasing them, and it cursed her in some way. She won't wake up.
Like, magical lumber of some kind?
We aren't super sure. It was a shadow being of some type. Oh, what was it? She's snapping her fingers and out of character. I can't fucking remember what it was called.
Breath drinker.
A breath drinker.
Being of shadows attacking Orrian and Princess Elunaria. That's strange, but it can't have been your magic. We elves are kind of immune to being put into magically induced sleep, you see.
I don't believe it was a magical sleep. I believe it took something from her.
Could it have been... Gee, the name Breath Drinker makes me think soul essence of some kind might have been taken from her.
I do believe in my studies it is related to a soul eater.
This isn't good then, and that makes my current tasking a lot harder to handle. Is she at least
Unfortunately.
stable? Is she alright?
Well, to my knowledge, yes, although something strange has happened as of this morning. I don't believe it's terrible. She's taken on a slightly reddish cast.
That doesn't sound good, but I'm not a medical expert, so
All I know is we need to find this thing quickly, but we can't track it.
well, if it can't be tracked and it fled after you guys were fighting it, then
Unless...
you think it would come back for her if it had something against both her and Orrian?
Alariel's eyes widen, and she thought of something she hadn't thought of until this moment, because he wasn't with them before, and she says, Akito, could you track it?
You see him kind of like droop for a moment. Yeah, probably.
She claps her hands excitedly and goes, oh! That would be most excellent!
I will ask, should we...
Wait. You plan to actually go after this thing?
We have to. Arya will die if we don't.
If she's in danger, I don't really have a choice.
And what if it leads you to the person who has it under its thrall?
Well, if they're doing wrong in this world with such creatures under their command.
I was kind of hoping you could bring it to us.
You want me to... Okay.
I will ask, would it be better to prepare before we fight this thing again?
What?
Perhaps
Well,
last time when we fought it.
Would agree with you. I don't think Arya has much time.
What?
The issue isn't bringing it to us or finding it. The issue is I don't think you comprehend that egging this thing on is not going to make things easy for us. Look, okay, I'll be forthfront. I've seen these things used before. They're used by myriads of organizations. They pay them and whatever the hell the breath drinker wants in that particular moment to kill their targets. They're assassins. But, as I'm sure you're aware, they're not exactly from this realm. And so bringing it to us could in turn bring other things with it.
Are there more possible dangerous things than that, I take it?
Is there anything else you can think of to break its hold?
For her, there's probably something you could do, but it's not exactly safe.
Safer than bringing the breath drinker to us?
Depends. What do you think's worse? The breath drinker or one of you also being like her?
Oh.
That leads me to another question. As Alariel, he turns to you, and then he looks between you and Sebastian, and he's like, you guys fought with this thing before. Did it happen to show any weakness towards anything in particular? Hitting, stabbing, magic?
Arya, didn't you say they're weak to necrotic?
Yes. You would think that's completely wrong considering what they look like, and that's what we thought at first, but honestly, that's exactly what it does. You see, they drink it in, and the void inside of them gets bigger and bigger, and they just eat themselves.
Yeah.
Huh.
I kind of wish I knew that before I casted a shit ton of radiant spells on it.
Yeah, you learn in strides, man of the... Are you a man of the cloth? I'm sorry, I don't want to assume.
I am.
Okay, man of the cloth, we all take things in strides. It's a learning process. Any great warrior could understand. You learn your enemy, and then you defeat it. And it seems you guys have
And that's
learned
why I
about your
think we
enemy.
can do it now, as she slaps one fist into the palm of her hand, because we know it.
And plus, to be fair, we have actual equipment now instead of just being in our basic clothes.
And we have Akito, as she turns to him with a smile.
You see him just looking like absolutely defeated every time you look at him. He's just like, this is not going to end up well.
And you're sure necrotic causes it to essentially collapse in on itself?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
My radiant spells did absolutely nothing to it.
If I knew Orrian, then he would have tried to smite the damn thing and probably
Unless
healed
you
it.
guys... I mean, would it come back to finish the job? It basically has already done that, hasn't it?
Well, if she's still alive, my bet would be not completely. I mean...
I assume we want to come to like confirm that she's actually gonna die.
Whatever has it under its command wanted Orrian dead from the sounds of it, so my bet is it'll come back to try and at least confirm the kill or finish the job.
Well, I guess we could wait for a little while and hope it comes back.
Wouldn't hurt to see, I suppose.
I'm just worried that if we wait too long...
She will die before we have a chance to fight the thing again.
Yeah. I can't... This part of my duties allow that to happen to a member of the royal family, so... Whatever help you guys need for right now, you have my blade and my shield.
I say let's just risk it. We're gonna be fighting again soon. Might as well make sure have a higher chance to make sure she lives instead of dying if we wait.
I say we give her one more night at least.
Okay. Could probably also find a better area to fight it in too. Probably a more
Exactly.
flat area.
What kind of area did you guys fight it in before, if I may ask?
It looked very similar to this, actually, weirdly.
Honestly, yeah.
Huh.
Oh yeah, that's what fucking sucked.
The way you look exactly like Orrian, it looked a lot like this place.
We were close. I would be lying if I said I didn't try to base at least my hair off of Orrian's to some degree.
Are you guys twins in some way?
We were almost best friends for a good majority of our lives. We spent time in the military together. We hung out. We shared a lot of laughs, a lot of stories, and a disdain for evil in the world. Which is why we both kind of followed through with trying to serve the royal family. Protect them from everybody that wants them gone.
Well, we were just about to strike camp and get moving. Are you going to join us?
Well, seeing as my mission parameters have just changed, I'm in. If you guys will have me, of course. I don't want to intrude.
Honestly, I'm not really gonna say no to an extra hand to help us defend everyone here.
Until you prove otherwise, I will trust that you are indeed here to protect the princess.
Thank you, and for the record, it's a pleasure to be here. Like I said, my name is Cassian Dazana. May I ask for all of your names?
Sebastian.
Well met, Sebastian. Well met.
I am Elunaria Silverhand, and this is Layla.
And I am Sir Pouncelot, attendant to Miss Silverhand. You see Layla kind of like wave at you as she has like Jack in a bear hug.
Cassian waves back at Layla, and he looks to Alariel and he's like, Silverhand, as in the Silverhand family.
She gives you this very innocent look as she kind of grabs a piece of her hair and says, I honestly don't know what you could mean.
He chuckles a little bit and he's like, well, Lady Silverhand, it is a pleasure. And what about you two? As he, like, turns over to the side towards Akito and then looks back at Nicholas.
You see Akita doesn't say anything as he just goes over and walks over to, like, the warg.
Not a man of many words, is he?
He's complicated.
Well, I'm Nicholas. It's a pleasure.
Pleasure, Nicholas. Again, I apologize for any surprise I might have given you by showing up here, but like I said, I followed tracks back here from that toll castle nearby. It's actually kind of hard. Whoever covered them up seemed to do a pretty good job.
You see Sir Pouncesaw kind of moves over towards you, Lariel, and then he whispers, I'm telling you, we should just turn him into the authorities.
She kind of looks at Sir Pounce and gives him a couple pets and says, nothing. She says nothing. She opens her mouth, but nothing comes out.
Pains me now, though, to know that
As you're talking, you have, like, this
There
giant
it is!
wet tongue just hit you from
I knew it was
behind.
ah! He like tenses up a little bit with his arms out.
That's good boy. He's our good boy.
A pleasure, good boy, he says without like turning around.
You get, like, another lick to the back of the head.
Ah. Well,
Good boy goes over to Nick and then also gives him a lick.
Good boy, I just took a bath.
Fucking lick Sebastian. And you see him kind of, like, carefully step past the fire to try
Oh,
to go
jeez.
lick Pounce-a-lot as Pounce-a-lot dips. And then you get hit.
Oh,
Ugh.
thank you, good boy. And she gives him some scratches.
See him kind of, like, sit down and just wait now. As Layla's kind of just
Alright.
gently petting him.
curious that you have a warg in your company.
Oh, that's a long story. I'll tell you on the way.
I'd love to hear it.
Get Arya out here.
I think your biggest surprise will be how many unconscious party members we have.
What do you mean unconscious
I grabbed the tent
besides
and hid us. Uh-oh,
besides
hang on.
Elunaria? Who else is unconscious here, Nicholas?
Eh,
You
Help
just
me.
see Nicholas comes over here and grabs Duke bait.
there we go.
You have a kobold and what looks to be a humanoid kraken creature.
I don't know
Fascinating.
either, man. I'm just here.
Just
Right. Right. I suppose.
Me and my mage hand get Arya onto the warg, and then I high-five my mage hand.
A nifty little trick.
Can you just ask for someone to help you with that?
Absolutely not. A silver hand can do everything. And she kind of strikes this pose while looking over at Akito, going, "Bleh," with her tongue out.
Got it.
You see him just look over to you with just blank eyes as he turns around and just starts walking.
Cassian is gonna do the fingers in the mouth whistle to do find steed and summon his horse.
It's time to go. And she runs up to catch up.
Find the fucking token. Oh,
By the
Milan's
way,
still in there.
I
That
want to
hurts.
talk about this real quick. It's a little crazy, but rules is written for Warlock. They just have at will levitate.
What?
He's just levitating everywhere he goes.
Yeah, they have at will levitate, and it's a little fucking crazy. I was reading over it, and I was just looking at it, and I was like, "Huh? It says you can cast levitate on yourself."
I was
without
very
expending a spell
surprised when
slot."
he turned out to be a warlock.